njogera Olufalansa n'aba Uganda.
Yamo, français, ako.
Enelango français.
French language in Uganda.
Hello, dear listeners. Welcome to the 5th episode of our podcast, French Language in Uganda. This is Pauline Dinet, head of courses at Alliance Française de Kampala. In today's episode, we will talk about studying opportunities in France for Ugandans or foreigners who live in Uganda. My guest today is Brendan Twinomugisha. He's the representative of Campus France in Uganda, which is a public institution in charge of promoting French higher education abroad and welcoming foreign students and researchers to France. Bonjour, Brendan.
Bonjour.
So Brendan, as I said, works for Campus France here in Uganda, and therefore he's the one who guides people through the process of applying to a program, but also through the administrative aspects, such as visa, health insurance, etc. And also he's the contact person once you are in France. So Brendan, my first question for you would be, what are the different programs available to study in France?
Well, thank you, Pauline. I must say that there is a vast array of programs in France that cater for almost every field of study. We can talk of engineering, technology, to arts, humanities, social sciences. All of these are catered for. So French universities offer all levels of study: bachelor's, master's, PhD, and other forms of levels of study. And these are, in most cases, research-based. For instance, if you consider engineering, there are over 200 engineering schools and more than 100 business schools which, provide specialized training and practical experience if you're studying in France. And most of these French institutions also offer interdisciplinary programs which are highly, regarded worldwide for their focus on critical skills and innovation. So in terms of discipline, in terms of numbers, France is the place to go. And one of the key benefits for studying in France is the flexibility, to choose a program that suits your career goals and ambitions. And these programs are available both in French and English.
Absolutely. So, can you tell us a bit more about why would someone want to study in France?
So France, first and foremost, is the world's fourth most popular study destination, and it welcomes over 430,000 international students. And this is just the year 2023-2024. And it has been doing this consistently. Studying in France offers access to high-quality education recognized globally with some of the world's top-ranked universities. We are talking of universities such as Sorbonne University, Sciences Po, École Polytechnique, and many others. These are huge, big institutions that, have stood the test of time in terms of higher education. And beyond academics, France offers rich culture experiences, from the arts to history to cuisine to vibrant student life. Who would want to miss that? Additionally, the cost of education in France is relatively affordable, with public universities charging as low, quote unquote, as 2,850 euros for bachelor's and around 650 euros for a master's degree per year for international students. To be honest, this is a good deal. Many students are also drawn to France's strong support for innovation and research, since it is one of Europe's leading hubs of technology and entrepreneurship. So why would you want to miss such a cocktail of advantages?
Absolutely. Do you know by any chance how many Ugandans each year go to France to study?
Yes, based on our current statistics, we send almost 40 to 60 students per year to France for study.
Mm-hmm. Usually, the Ugandans that go study in France, what field of study are they from? Very diverse fields of study, or is there mostly people from this area or this area? Do you know?
Yes, I must say that the most people from Uganda that go to France to study enroll in the following fields. The first is engineering, and it's followed by medicine, and the third field is economics.
Okay, so everybody has a chance, but there's a pattern you've seen of like mostly science, let's say.
Yes,
programs.
and
Okay.
I must say it's a global pattern. It's not only Uganda. People attended into your science and economics. So it is by far a replica of all other figures worldwide.
Okay, makes sense. Are there online programs or do students have to travel to France and be there physically?
Great question. And your guess is as good as mine. In the modern world of education, we both have, physical and online programs. And France can't miss on that. Many French universities now offer online programs and hybrid formats. And this allows students to study remotely, especially for those who, cannot travel immediately to France. There's that option. This option is popular for certain master's and professional diploma programs in the fields of business, IT, digital arts. So yes, there is. However, being in France physically is always encouraged because, it provides numerous advantages. Students can benefit from access to hands-on training, cutting-edge research facilities, labs, opportunities to immerse themselves in the French culture, the French language, which you may miss, of course, if you're on an online program. But certain programs, like those in the medical and engineering fields, still require an in-person, physical attendance due to the practical nature of training.
Of course. And so, do candidates need to speak French to participate?
Not necessarily, because France is the world's destination, not only for the French or for the French speakers. As a matter of fact, France offers over 1,600 programs that are taught entirely in English. This is amazing, especially at master's level and doctoral levels. For programs taught in French, it's a must to have a B2 level in French. And of course, here we always encourage students to visit Alliance Française de Kampala to get these language certifications. Because, we want to know that the student can follow easily the curriculum that is being taught in French. And at Campus France Uganda, we guide candidates through the language requirements for their chosen programs. We provide resources to improve their French if needed. We make recommendations like I've just made, follow classes proposed by Alliance Française Kampala. And for those who choose to study in English, they still have the option to learn French while in France. Why would you miss such a great opportunity? And this can enhance their experience and open up more career opportunities and general exposure to the world.
It's always nicer if you're in a country to know what's going on and to make friends. It's, of course, way more convenient if you speak the language. And actually, the second episode of this podcast was about how and why to learn French in Uganda, so you can also go and listen to that one. Now, a question you get a lot is, how can I benefit from a scholarship as a Ugandan or a foreigner here in Uganda?
Thank you very much. To begin with, it is undisputed that scholarships are a great way to reduce the cost of studying in France. And of course, there are several available scholarships for Ugandan and foreign students. So the French government, through its partners like Campus France, like other partners, offers scholarships. The most common scholarship offered is the A4 Excellence Scholarship, and this covers tuition, travel, and monthly allowances. It's great. Additionally, Campus France collaborates with organizations such as the Agence Université de la Francophonie and regional programs that offer scholarships based on academic merit and research potential. So it's true, we have few scholarships that can cater for different students if they fit the requirements of the scholarships. To apply, candidates should always have, an excellent academic record, and they also have to apply early because these are very competitive since they are worldwide. And scholarship deadlines often precede program application deadlines, so you have to keep on tabs with your calendar so that you don't miss the last date of submission. And Campus France Uganda aims to help you in all these processes. We help guide applicants through the scholarship application process. We proofread their documents and we give hands-on guidance. So if you need to apply for a scholarship, yes, still Campus France will be ready to help you in this journey.
Thank you. But how could someone study in France even without a scholarship?
Very possible, because most of the students studying in France indeed are not studying on scholarship. So studying in France, as already alluded, is still affordable without a scholarship. French public universities, for instance, have a subsidized fee structure with tuition costs of around 2,770 euros per year for undergraduates. This is pretty much affordable compared to other competitors in Europe. And many students have a chance to work part-time during their studies. International students are permitted to work for up to 20 hours per week. This cannot be taken for granted because it helps these students offset certain living costs. Campus France offers guidance on budgeting, managing finances, including finding affordable housing options and exploring financial possibilities. So as one of our aims is to also guide you on living in France within your means, without a scholarship.
Thanks. So you mentioned earlier that there are many deadlines, both for scholarships and for the program application. So when should someone start the procedure?
Great. There is an old saying that goes, early bird catches the worm. The best advice I could give is that it is always best to start the application process about a year in advance, especially if you're considering applying for scholarships, because the application window for most of the programs and the deadlines are often between January and April, depending on the institution and level of study. So it's always paramount for you keep in touch with Campus France, follow the information they're giving so that you know these dates. This timeline allows ample time for preparing documents, language proficiency tests if you have to take any, and any other requirements. If you have enough time, the better. Campus France Uganda provides detailed guidance on application deadlines and helps students track their progress to ensure they meet all the requirements on time. And this is done always continuously through our social media platforms, through our information sessions and all other avenues that we have to share this information to our clients.
And how can we get more information about opportunities in Uganda? How do we reach out to Brandon to have to ask questions, or if we have more specific inquiries?
Thank you, Pauline, for that follow-up question. Campus France Uganda offers a multiple channels for information. To begin with, you can visit our website, and this is the formal website where you find formal information concerning all activities that Campus France intends to do. And the website is campusfrance.org, and it has comprehensive FAQ section. And for personalized support, we offer in-person and online appointments where you can discuss your specific needs. Our office also hosts regular information sessions. We organize webinars so that you can stay up to date on the scholarship announcements, on the deadlines, new program offerings, and that's what we are here to do. We are here to support you in every step of the way as you plan your studies in France. To book an appointment, first you have to write an email, and when you write an email, you respond. You have an automatic response giving you a link from which you can book an appointment. And the email for Campus France Uganda is kampala@campusfrance.org, all in lowercase.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brandon. Merci beaucoup.
De rien, et merci à toi.
And dear listeners, this is the end of the episode. Thank you for listening.